here's the thing. I always tell people, things happen when you move. When you move the energy.
When you make moves.
Yeah, when you are going places, you're doing things, you're meeting new people, you're putting yourself out there. Now you've left where you were, and now you've moved all that energy you have somewhere else, and you get to meet other people, and you get their energy. That's exactly what happened, is that I feel like it was a catalyst for me to go there, to actually put my face in front of them. I didn't even know they were going to be there. It just happened. But the awesome thing is, we had our meeting. I had talked to them on the phone. Kim had actually emailed them for the first 2 years, and they said, no, we want to wait till we can get involved with something bigger.
We like you, but not right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And part of it was that, 1 year, 2 year, hey, we're still getting our feet wet and, getting things going. So in year 3, we have this conversation, and they're like, yeah, we want to get involved, and so we'd like to sponsor. They weren't sure. They didn't tell us what they were thinking. They just said, hey, we want to get involved. So that was at the end of August, 1st of September. A month later, I'm following up. Hey, you said you guys were going to be involved. I just need to confirm because we got to get this going, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we're in. So we're going to we'll do some kind of award, like sponsorship is what they said. And I'm like, okay, great. Awesome. That'll be wonderful. And then another 15 days later, I'm like, hey, I need to get some details. I'm like, this would be awesome. I got to announce something, because if you're going to be a sponsor, I want to at least give you
Front
guys some.
and center,
I want to give you some bandwidth. But of course, I have zero idea about the dollar amount or what it is. All I know is that an award. I'm like, okay, that'll be great, because we have that as one of our
Even just
things.
their name on an award's cool.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
The branding association and co-branding is amazing. And so then, they said, hey, send me a contract so we can, fill it out. And I'm like, okay, that would be great. I want to put a little announcement out. So here's our logos. Put them out. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I'm still waiting for the description of the award. And I'm like, and our submissions close at the end of October. So October 31st is the end. Well, this year, because Halloween fell on a Thursday, I said, you know what? People that have kids, that have families, they're going to be busy. They're not going to have time. So I did this crazy promotional idea of, let me do, Day of the Deadline?
Yeah.
Promotion for the weekend. So that would have been the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Mm-hmm. Well, on the 31st, that was their deadline to get back to me on information. And I'm like, oh, God, no information yet.
Yeah, and at that point, you kind of feel, you're like, do I call them again? Do I keep calling them?
And I said, I'm like,
no shit.
I know they're, they are doing their thing. I said, you know what? If they're going to get back to me, they'll get back to me. I'm not worried. We've already committed. They have my paper, whatever. So then on November 1, I get the email from them, and they said, hey, I just saw this, because I'd sent them a draft press release. They're like, did this get out? I'm like, no, because we're waiting on the description. And they're like, oh, we'll get that right back to you. So then they send an email, and the hysterical thing is, I was doing voiceover recording for somebody for another thing that I'm doing. And so I'm there, and, I see this email, and it's like, okay, they're going to get back with information. Because the first one they sent didn't have any updated information. So, I'm like, okay, this is not going to do me any good. And then, so then they turn around and they send it back. But then I've left the location. I'm driving, so I'm on the road. And I'm like, I see it. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Did not read it, right? Because I'm just like,
You mean with the figure?
Yeah, it's so much.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm driving. I get home, and I'm like, okay, let me read the email finally. And I wear glasses, and I forgot them today, so this is even more funny. But I didn't put them on right away, so I'm like reading it. And I said, 60 cameras. I'm like, okay, I guess we can do something with 60 cameras. That was what I first read. Then I'm like, you know what? Let me go put my glasses on. I go put my glasses on, and I'm like, okay, I think
I need to take these off.
I think the comma is in the wrong space. And I'm like, 6,000? Do they mean 6,000? Because I'm like, that's reasonable. I get that. And then I'm like, no, I have to call him. So then what do? I immediately call my contact, and it rings once, rings the second time. She's like, hello, Ava. I'm like, shit. I programmed into her phone. I'm like, she knows who this is. And I go, hey. And, you have to be cool. You have to be, like, mature.
Yeah. No, yeah. Act
You
like,
can't be losing your mind. And so I'm like, hey, I want to make sure I put out accurate information. So I just wanted to verify. And she's like, no, it is 60,000. I'm like, oh my God.
Did you
You're like,
start?
So of
Yeah.
course.
inside, you're like,
Like,
yeah.
so, yeah.
But you're like, okay, cool.
So I'm like, I said, perfect. I just wanted to make sure I had the right information so I could get this out. And I said, thank you so much for, believing in our festival and all this. And I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Bang!